And welcome in, everybody. Hopefully, everyone's doing swimmingly. I know I am. And we got a good match on tap as the Fisher's Freight will take on the Green Bay Blizzard. Something that Fisher's Freight needs to do is, first of all, win this game. Second of all, they need to keep their composure. They need to keep Zasler on the ball and keep his composure. If they can do that, they win. It's that simple. They have so much depth in the roster that even if they lose a game this series to Green Bay, they just out-depth them. What Green Bay needs to do, they need to pull off a shocker. Bottomus has to play unreal, and Dredd has to light the lamp early, and he needs to do it often. Early and often from Dredd, and I think they might have a chance here. But that's pretty much all we have for those notes. Pretty good day for some RLBA action here in Wisconsin. Doing all right regarding that. Of course, Green Bay, they're commanding a 3-2 record, and the Fisher's Freight, they're commanding a 4-1 record. Their only loss being the Tacoma Rainiers. That is their only loss this season. And given the Tacoma Rainiers roster moves as of late, because of cap space, I don't think they're as powerful anymore. They're not like a powerhouse winning every single game. So that's definitely something to look out for, but that's all she wrote for the pre-game. Let's get to the starting rosters. And let's start with the Fisher's Freight. Leading off for the Fisher's Freight, number 48. Playing midfielder, number 26, Zessler. Playing defender, number 78, Zeta. And your bench players for today for the Fisher's Freight, number 15, Bumblebee, and number 20, Zero. And now your starting rosters for your Green Bay Blizzard. Okay, anyway. Starting rosters for your Green Bay Blizzard. Leading off at forward, number 72, Fred. Playing midfielder, number 70, Bottomus Ryan. And playing defender for kind of a secondary midfielder, number 35, Hayes. And your bench players for the Green Bay Blizzard, number 19, Rafa, and number 22, Broccoli God. That is all she wrote for the RLBA pregame show. I will see y'all on the pitch. Give us a second here as it's kind of tweaking out. I don't really know what's happening. I might have to reset this here because it's not doing much in the, working department. Alright. I'm going to have to redo this entire... I'm going to have to get a reset here. The kickoff has to restart because it's just not seeming to work out for the overlays. We're going to get that restarted. But, again, a good match on tap. A Green Bay or Fisher's Freight. Obviously, Fisher's Freight the favorite. It doesn't mean they're going to win the game. But definitely gives them a good chance. They definitely have the edge in, like, skill, talent. They're mainly have the edge in the talent department, in my opinion. But anyway, we are ready to play here for some more RLBA action. My overlay is high-key broken right now. I do not know what's happening, honestly. Could not tell you that information, but I just did. Oh, darn it. Okay, I might. Hopefully that doesn't break it. Anyway, bit of troubleshooting never hurt anybody, but we might have to just go no overlay here because it's kind of tweaking out. But anyway, I'm Tetro, and this is the RLBA. Let's cut to the chase. And no overlay here, unfortunately. Sometimes that just happens. Overlays is broken. I cannot fix that. Here we go. Fisher's Freight. Last time they came out here, lost to the Green Bay Blizzard 2-1. And both of those were in shocking overtime fashion. They really did it in the greatest way possible. Let's see if the Green Bay Blizzard can do that again. Do they have that in them? I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put Green Bay winning in overtime to be a thing that wouldn't happen. I think it starts with having good offensive pressure. They need to have Hayes play in his game. They need to not let Hayes get off his rocker. And with that, they might be able to sneak out some wins here. They also have to play stellar defensively. They have to know when those shots are coming that are going to be dangerous, and lock up when that happens to happen. Here's Hayes. Coming in, gets past one. Got an open net and can't put it past him. Nice back check from a freight forward there. Both members playing it. Nice defense by 48. Keeps the score 0-0, and he's going to get a bouncer out. Hayes will be back. Hayes was the killer last night out for Green Bay. At least last night versus Fisher's Freight. Last time they played him. Definitely having the edge and skill there. He's just perfectly intercepting their positioning. Zeta has to, Zaster has to show up today if the Freight want to put some stuff past them. Because this team's pretty stellar defensively. And here comes Zaster. Speaking of, he's getting a shot out of a corner. He's going to get them out of the corner for the time being. Nice play by Dredd. 48. Bouncer up, and Bottomus will get it to the corner. Comes 48. Zaster demos on the play. Now 48 whiffs, leaves it up for Zaster. Trick play, and Zaster with the goal there. Number 26, his first on the game. You don't know why that is, but really coming, really gifted when it comes to shooting. He's just amazing at that. And he puts another one past him here. Here's Bottoms. Again, the air cannot manage that there. 48 trying to make it 2-0 and can't do that. And Green Bay will clear. 48's on him in the backboard. Zaster will get there first, though. Dredd rebound, shot, saved by Zeta. What a save. Zeta working a little bit of his magic. Shot by Zaster, and that will be narrowly off the corner. Dredd leaves it past the wall. Zeta deflection. That will be way off, as it will go to about the ceiling's corner before it's deferred off of that wall. Zeta another shot off the backboard, trying to get a double touch, and that will be denied. Rebound by Freight member, and he cannot put that one away. 1-0 here, our score with 2 minutes left to play. A defensive spectacle. Maybe not. Error here off the backboard, and guess that wasn't much of an error. Very, very much a desperate play. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and he laid every bit of effort there. Here's 48. Coming through. Off the backboard. Zaster coming down off the pass and scores. 26 got his second of the night. And nice pass from 48. Bouncer off the ceiling, off the backboard. And Zaster comes in. Laser of a shot. Dude, massive hunk of metal. And 68 miles per hour of fury behind that ball. And put him past him for the 2-0 lead. Making it 3-0. Zaster's got his hat trick off the kickoff. Great play from him there. Zeta off that assist. Wins that kickoff cleanly. And straight to the finish there from Zaster. Zaster doesn't want to waste any time. And 3-0. Here's Hayes. Can't get a play as that's gobbled up by 48 relatively quickly. Here's Dredd. Dredd gets it over 2. And Zeta is playing stellarly in the defensive end. Here's Zaster. They're serving it up on a silver platter for the Green Bay Blizzard, and they cannot put that one past them. And big chance for Hayes there, and he does not hustle up enough to get that play. Really, what can you do there? 1 minute left. The alarm has sounded, and another chance for 48. Rebounded, and that will be just off the backboard. Good save by the Fisher's Freight to keep this game a shutout. Dredd pinching it up. He's going to get it himself. Shot scored by Dredd. Mic drop there. 72 with this first of the game. Lighting the spark there, and He's hoping to get the rest of his team going with the 82-mile-per-hour shot past pretty much nothing there as he mossed every single Fisher's Freight member. He can keep that going. He's got a good case to keep this game, well, to get this game tied once again. Nice play by Zaster. And keep that ball moving. Rebounded by Hayes. Zeta getting a triple reset. I don't know what that was. 30 seconds left in this contest. Here's Bottomus. Shot by Dread. Rebounded to Hayes. Zaster shoots him out of the way. Shot by Zaster. Saved by Bottomus Prime. Neutral zone line. Here's Zeta. Zeta's going to clear it in. Winding down the time for the Green Bay Blizzard to do something. Here's Zaster. Nice touch. Rebounded by Bottomus. Bottomus shot saved by Zeta. Rebounded by Bottomus. And that will be deflected off Carweird. And that will be off the wall for a reset. And the Fisher's Freight will win game 1. Even if they get the goal here, which they do, it is going to be end of the game. Your final score, 2-3. Nice goal by Hayes. Still getting those points on the board just in case they need to win a tiebreaker at the final standings, but the Freight will win this game 2-3. Your final score, and the series will be 1-0. And get y'all back. I'm not tapping the OBS right now. But that's your final score of the game, 2-3. Your series score 1-0. And Green Bay hoping to tie up some loose ends. I think they played a good game. Bottomus just did not play his game, nor did Dread. They had their moments a little bit late, but if anything. Actually, Dread played his game. I'm pretty sure Hayes just didn't have the night he envisioned of himself. Zaster, 3 goals. Amazing performance, per usual from Zaster. Zaster's amazing. Okay, let's get you going for game 2 here. Your final score once again, Green Bay 2, Fisher's Freight 3. It will be game 1, game 2. That'll be on y'all's screens next. Trying to get the overlay to work still. It's not really working out for me. Alright. Alright, game 2. I don't think there's going to be any substitutions. Really close game. Bottomus could be subbed out for Bumblebee there. That's probably the only substitution I'd... Actually, no, Bumblebee isn't... What am I talking... I'm talking about Nubby. Maybe Rafa subbed out. Don't know if that would work. Not going to do that from the Green Bay management. They're just going to get back out there. And no substitutions will be made. Game number 2 is going to be on y'all screens in a couple minutes here. Really young, a little bit EP here for myself. But anyway, game 2 ready to go. I am Tetro, and this is the RLBA. Let's cut to the chase. Okay, just gotta go over here. All right, we are ready to go from Green Bay, Wisconsin for game 2 of this crazy series we have. I am Tetro, and this is the RLBA. I don't know why that was so off time, but here we go for game number 2 here. And hopefully the Fisher's Freight can manage the success they already had. Here's a shot immediately off of 48. Scarring off of a deflection of the Green Bay Blizzard player. You see that he threw one on net, and getting any way you can. Dread tried to deflect that elsewhere. Immediately a goal for the Fisher's Freight. Big play for the Fisher's Freight to start this game off on the right foot. Here's Zaster. Zaster shot scored and makes it 2-0. The Green Bay Blizzard fall to the Fisher's Freight 2-0 really early in this contest. Here we go here. 2-0 our kickoff. Let's see, Zasser trying to make it 3-0 off the backboard immediately. Zasser's got to rebound that in the Green Bay zone now. Can't get to that one as Green Bay will leave it out. 48. Nice play to get it off the backboard. Won't be enough. Green Bay's playing with it nicely. Zeta playing the cycle pretty well. Here comes Zasser. Zasser shot off the backboard. Not really enough. Off target. Majorly shot by 48 off the crossbar. Bottomus will get it out. Here's Dredd. Dredd coming in hot. Zeta with the deflection. That will be off the wall. Now 48. Bouncing it. Shot by Bottomus. Saved by Zasser. And here comes Zeta. Zeta with a nice touch. Leaves it over to Zasser. Zasser trying to make a play there and can't come away with it. Zeta bumping Bottomus. And same thing with 48. They're getting pretty physical here. Here's Hayes coming in. Open net shot. Saved by 48. Blocked by James. What a play there. Shot by Dredd. Left it up for Zeta, and he get a save there. Nice saves all around. Shot from Zasser, and guess who can't make a save? It's the Green Bay Blizzard, as the Fishers Freight come away with 3 unanswered goals here. And a nice shot off the wall to get it done. 71 miles per hour, and what a beautiful shot. Nice placement there, and Green Bay cannot gobble that up quickly enough, and that's 3-0. This game's starting to get out of reach here immediately. The Freight got a decent footing. Here's Zasser. Dribbling it along. In the air now. Blocked by James. Yes. I did use your call out there, Pulsar. Just give me suggestions in the Discord at this point. I like hearing your suggestions for things I have to say. Here's Dredd. And leaves it up and can't get enough of that one as he will shoot it in a goal for the Green Bay Blizzard. It's an awkward one, but they do not ask you how. They just ask how many. And off the car of 48 will be how and how many. He's got 1 on the game. Here we go. Here, Dredd immediately get a shot saved by Zeta. Dredd with a nice shot. Saved by Zeta once again. Here's Zasser coming in hot now. Leaves it up for 48. 48 gobbles it up and scores! Second goal of the game. Along with 3 assists there. I don't know why my Discord notification just went off. Nice play by 48. 132 miles per hour. On that shot there. I think I know what my friend sent me just by the notification I read. I'll get back to y'all if that is what I think it is, but let y'all know in the future. Actually get to seeing that, what they sent me. Here comes Dredd. Down the left side, Zeta's locking him down. Here's 48. Aerial now, that will be Zasser. Bottom prime, coming through. Shot by 48 off the backboard, rebounded by his own man, and 48 will get the goal. Collapse, utter collapse from the Blizzard. Not looking like the team they were, and tried to make a play there, and can't come away with that one. It's going to be tallied as an own goal, but still tallied for a goal for 48. Dredd with the shot, trying to get the save is Zeta and can't come away with it. 72's got his second of the game. Got a nice shot in. Zeta cannot get enough of that one, and it will be in the back of his net, but they got a decent cushion, so I guess he's not too worried about it. 2 minutes left to go in this contest. Drop down pass, Hayes got it, and it will be rebounded by 48. Nice play from the guy. Rebounded and scored by 48. 48, yet another goal. He's got 4 on the game for 48. What a game he is having. Clear into the net. Shoots one on net, somehow in. Not even near it, and it's somehow in. This dude is a sorcerer with the ball. He's playing with the minds of the Green Bay Blizzard. Another shot by Zassler. What a streamer. And that's going to be off the backboard. That backboard's probably crying for his help. Crying for help. He's going to feel that one. 48, full boost. Coming in, and Bottomus will get that one out. Nice defensive play. Get it over the neutral zone. Here's Zassler. Leaving it up for 48. Zeta will get that one off. Pretty much a jet sweep we just watched. Dread, nice shot off the backboard, and the Freight will get it out with almost no possession as Bottomus is going to get it here. Zeta with the deflection, straight to 48. 48, nice pass, getting over a couple guys. Here's 48, once again, weak pass off the backboard. We're going to get a reset here, shot by Zassler. Once again, we're doing this again off the backboard. 1 minute warning is passed. Dread lays it up, drop down, and Zeta will clear it. 48's going to be on that one. Nice play. Way off, though. Looked like it was going to go in when you look at it from an angle, that is. We did not see it from the goalie. That was straight off his car and went pretty much in the corner. Here's Zassler. Leaving it up. Bottomus. Coming down with it. In the corner now. Zassler dropped down, and Zassler can't get enough of that one, and it will be out. 7 seconds left. Hayes gets demoed in a physical play by Zeta there. They will come away with the win here. No matter what happens when this ball gets down, it's game. And game there would have been another goal for the Fishers Freight. An onslaught of an offense performance off of the car of your boy, 48. 48, number 48. That's like Drake May's nickname. The number we gave to bro. But that is all for today. That is our last game before the break. And during the break, teams can still make trades. Forgot to mention this. The last game before the break in our pregame we had. But an amazing game from the Fishers Freight and the Green Bay Blizzard, having to get back to the drawing board and maybe free agency, as they got a lot of ground to make up here if they want to win. That is all she wrote. Your final score 6-2 for this game, and the series 2-0 as the Fishers Freight will come away with the win here. Much needed points as they take the lead from Tacoma here, and they are now number 1 in the league. But the Rainiers have not played this week, so they will have to wait until the break is over. Actually, no, Fishers just has 10 points in the season now, so they're tied with the Rainiers. But that is all she wrote for this contest. I hope to see you on the 1st of July when I will be back and commentating. But until then, I have been Tetro, and this has been the RLBA. And I'll catch you later. But until then, I'll see ya. Bye.
You